Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News, some latest events in Tay Ninh province. And now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, in the afternoon of October 1st, Deputy Minister of Information and Communication Nguyễn Huy Dũng shared a seminar to introduce technology solution for COVID-19 epidemic prevention and control, PC-COVID. The seminar was held in the firm of online connecting to locality throughout the country. Attending the seminar at the connecting point of Tay Ninh province, there were leaders of relevant departments and agencies.
PC-COVID, a new app announced by authority, will replace the dozen or so apps with various functions related to the pandemic. The Information Technology Application Authority under Ministry of Information and Communications has stated that PC-COVID will have 9 features, including the ability to store users' personal information, facilitate health declarations, home vaccination and testing information, and hazard mapping. The QR code-enabled green card function will be among PC-COVID's most important features. It will allow users to have had 2 vaccinations or proof of recovery from virus to simply and easily show and scan their status, and thus take part in a variety of occupational and recreational activities as part of easing of social distancing rules. The new app is in response to the confusion of people increasingly endure because of the plethora of apps with different uses, including Buzon, nCoV, VNA, and the electronic health book. Reviews were mixed for the ease of use for many of these apps, and people were uncertain which to download and why. PC-COVID on September the 30th and immediately available through the Google Play and the App Store. Personal information from the Buzon app can be automatically updated to PC-COVID, while the other apps will no longer be updated and eventually removed from device stores. On October the 1st of 2021, Vietnam Social Security held a nationwide online conference to implement Resolution number 116 of the government and the Prime Minister's decision on policy to support employees and employers affected by the COVID-19 pandemic using the Unemployment Insurance Fund. The General Director of VSS, Nguyễn Thế Mạnh, chaired the conference. In order to strengthen support policies to help businesses and employees soon overcome difficulties, the VSS has continued to coordinate with relevant ministry and sectors to research, propose, and urgently submit to the competent authorities for approval of implementing policy to support employees and employers of about 38,000 billion Vietnam dong from the UI Fund, in which about 8,000 billion Vietnam dong for support to reduce unemployment insurance premiums for employers and about 30,000 billion to support employees participating in unemployment insurance in cash, with the support to reduce the unemployment insurance premium from 1% to 0% for employers who are participating in unemployment insurance before October the 1st of 2021. The local social insurance agency, on the basis of their collection data, will immediately perform the temporary calculation and inform the employers about the reduced support level. There will be about 386,000 employers nationwide to receive support with an estimated amount of about 8,000 billion Vietnam dong. Regarding employee support for employees participating in employment insurance as of September the 30th of 2021, employees shall choose to receive support via bank account or cash. Enterprises shall update and add information to the list and send it to the social insurance agency. The agency updates the list and pay for employees. For employees who have stopped participating in employment insurance due to the termination of their labor contract or working contract during the period from January the 1st of 2020 to September the 30th of 2021, employees shall submit their application to the social insurance agency at the provincial or district level where there is a need to receive support that is most convenient for themselves, and employees can choose to receive cash or through personal accounts. The processing time when receiving the dossier is about 5 working days.
Coming to other news, ladies and gentlemen, the Department of Planning and Investment of Tay Ninh province has reported that in the first 9 months of the year, despite being affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, the progress in distribution and disbursement of capital construction investment in Tay Ninh was still quite positive. Tay Ninh is one of the 10 provinces with the best disbursement rate in the country.
Disbursement results in the province as September the 30th are estimated at over 75% of the plan assigned by the Prime Minister, estimated at more than 62% of the plan assigned by the Provincial People's Council. Compared to the same period last year, the disbursement rate has decreased by 10% of the plan assigned by the province. over the past time due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The prolonged social distancing period has caused investment, compensation, site clearance, construction, etc. to be affected or halted. The last 3 months of the year was considered as an important time for Tay Ninh province to accelerate the progress of capital construction investment to achieve the 2021 plan. And Mr. Trần Ngọc Phương, Director of the Department of Planning and Investment of Tay Ninh province, said that the Provincial People's Committee directed, reviewed and provided adequate vaccines for workers working on the construction site to ensure the construction progress. The movement of workers is also volunteer from the green zone from their home to the construction site. Localities now concentrate the capital that has been allocated and deploy quickly and synchronously. The Department of Planning and Investment has also asked the investors to seriously implement the instruction of the leader of the Provincial People's Committee in the basic construction work by the end of 2021 plan. 100% of the capital construction plan must be reached and delivered.
From September 29 to October 1st, at the Chamber of Cây Khế, Rosro, An Thạnh Quarter, An Tịnh Ward, Trảng Bàng Thao, bordering Củ Chi district of Ho Chi Minh City, hundreds of labor work in Tay Ninh province has sought to return to their hometown in the province of Cần Thơ, Đồng Tháp, An Giang by personal means, knowing that neighboring provinces have begun stop social distancing.
These people are qualified to pass through the checkpoints in the province, but when they go to Thái Mỹ commune, Củ Chi district, Ho Chi Minh City, this checkpoint does not accept them passing, causing them to stop voluntarily returning to their hometown by motorbikes. The Traffic Police Department of Tay Ninh Police has actively coordinated with local authorities to stabilize the situation, temporarily supporting the people with 300 boxes of food for lunch, 200 loaves of bread, and 500 boxes of milk, and 35 bottles of mineral water. I want to go home. I feel happy when I see some traffic police delivering food to my family. In the past few days, the local government has tried to mobilize the people to stay back at their working place. However, many people still try to hold on, waiting to pass the checkpoint to return home. And most of them are workers with difficult circumstances. Currently, Tay Ninh province continues to welcome people from neighboring provinces to the locality according to each subject and registration desired, and at the same time for the people residing in the Tay Ninh province to return to their hometown. And currently, authorities at all levels of the town are continuing to work with neighboring provinces and cities to have plans to welcome the people back to their hometown as soon as possible. However, the pandemic situation is still very complicated and can break out at any time, so we cannot subjective and strictly implement the disease prevention methods. According to statistics of the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, there are about 5,338 communes meeting new style rural standards nationwide, accounting for 64.84%. There are nearly 400 communes meeting the advanced new rural standard and about 43 communes meeting the model new style rural standards as prescribed by the Prime Minister. In addition, there are 196 district-level units in 52 provinces and centrally run cities that have been recognized by the Prime Minister to complete their tasks to meet the new style rural standards. And with Tay Ninh province, after 10 years of implementing the National Technical Program on New Style Rural Construction with 45 over 71 communes meeting the standards, Tay Ninh province is striving to have 26 more communes meeting new rural standards by the end of 2025 and about 36 communes meeting the advanced new rural standards. The most prominent feature is that the rural socio-economic infrastructure has been invested and upgraded. Specifically, the province has invested over 2,200 kilometers of rural roads, mobilized people to contribute over 110,000 working days to complete about 58 kilometers of rural roads, invested more than 2.4 billion Vietnam dong to install over 8,000 light bulbs to light the country roads, and planting 7,300 trees, opening 26 kilometers of inner field canals, concreted and asphalted about 240 kilometers of canals serving agricultural production in the communes.
Ladies and gentlemen, according to the Vietnam Union of Agricultural Cooperatives, the COVID-19 pandemic has caused 90% of the cooperatives to lose revenue, and the income of labor and members has faced many difficulties. Accordingly, in order to increase resilience and reduce damage for cooperatives, it is necessary to support policy and economic support package to help cooperatives and unions of cooperatives overcome the COVID-19 pandemic.
According to the Provincial Cooperative Alliance, by the end of September 2021, the province had about 119 cooperative groups registered to operate in accordance with the law, in which there are 95 cooperative groups operating in the field of agriculture, attracting 1,460 members, 24 industry handicraft cooperation groups attracting 500 members. But the COVID-19 pandemic is seriously affecting all aspects of life, economy, and society. Many production supply chains have been broken. Products and goods, especially food and essential necessities, due to cooperatives and production groups, have faced a huge backlog. And besides, as a province bordering Cambodia, trade activities across the Cambodia border have faced many difficulties in recent months amid the wreaking of the COVID-19 pandemic. Products made from agricultural cooperatives have had their supply chains interrupted, and there are no traders to buy them. The cooperatives have almost no orders from previous consuming players. And faced with this situation, since May of 2021, the Vietnam Cooperative Union has organized to connect supply demand for consumption and production of agricultural products. At the same time, the Cooperative Development Support Fund also extended, postponed, and reduced interest rates to support cooperatives. As for the connection between the supply and demand for products, the Vietnam Cooperative Union has also sent an official dispatch to the people committees of the localities requesting to facilitate the implementation of programs to connect supply, demand, and consume products and goods according to the supply chain produced by the cooperative, especially agricultural products, food, and essential necessities for localities to implement the social distancing, referred as the program number 503. Accordingly, thousands of transport and trade cooperatives have been mobilized. And Mr. La Hung Nghị, chairman of the Union of Cooperatives of the Ninh province, said that the Union of Cooperatives of the province will fully study the content of the regulation and implement support measures according to Resolution number 105 of the government to support for the provincial cooperatives. The cooperative unions of the province also get information, actively approaches and properly implements measures to prevent and control the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as support mechanisms and policies of the state to promptly remove difficulties, obstacles, and restore and develop production and business activities for each type of cooperatives, including agricultural and non-agricultural cooperatives. Following the program of 503, the Supply-Demand Connection team has also promoted supply-demand connection, market information sharing, and trade promotion. Trading and selling products for cooperatives is being carried out from August. In addition, the province is also developing a plan to coordinate with functional sectors to provide information about the market, organize the seminars, and provide professional training to help the cooperatives build business plans, assess markets to consume products better, especially agricultural products. The province will also map the agricultural products to develop a plan to support linkages in the production and consumption of agricultural products through e-commerce platforms and helping cooperatives to consume agricultural products.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.